What's up everyone? I am Jamie with Three Little Goats Homestead, and today it is raining, so we are in the soap studio to make some, not soap, we're making shampoo bars. So I do have a blog post going over the big differences between soap bars and shampoo bars because there is a very, very big difference between the two. Even though soap is great for your body, it is not formulated and pH balanced for your hair. So while you can technically use soap in your hair, you don't want to. So since I needed to restock for the farmers market, I figured why not bring you guys along while I restock some of my shampoo bars. Now this video is formatted a little bit different than my normal soap making videos, and that is because when I am making my shampoo bars, I am wearing a face mask because we are working with some powders that you definitely do not want to inhale. So if you do decide that you want to make some of these products, make sure you invest in the proper PPE because believe me, you do not want SLSA in your lungs. So without further ado, let's get started. So for this recipe, I am starting off with rice starch in my bowl, and to that I am going to add in my sodium cocoa isonate or SCI noodles to my bowl. Now the noodles I had were longer noodles, so I actually put them in my little food processor and blended them down a little bit because I find if you have the longer noodles, they tend to get a little bit gummy in this recipe. So if you have those, blend them down if you can, or you might have to fix your formulation a little bit to compensate for that. And then into that I am adding my sodium lauryl sulfate, which is an SLSA, which is different from SLS. It is a lot more gentle on your hair than SLS is. And a lot of bigger shampoo corporations are using SLS, which isn't the best for your hair. Now to these dry ingredients, I am going to add in my wet ingredients. We're going to start off with cocoa mitopropyl I can't say it. Betaine. These words are hard. The more in depth you get into your recipes, the harder the ingredients are to say. And it doesn't mean that they are harsh ingredients. They're just not the easiest to say. And to that I'm also going to add on cocoa butter, jojoba oil, shea butter, as well as my vitamin E, which I have already combined and melted down in my chocolate melter that has never seen chocolate. And now we are also going to be adding in a preservative. Now you may ask, why don't I put preservatives in my soap but I put them in my shampoo bars? And that's easy. That is because soap goes through the saponification process. Anything that may have been in there or has been exposed to after it's been made, it can't live in that environment. It's too harsh. With shampoo bars, they're not going through the saponification process, so you want to have a preservative in there just to make sure nothing grows, because these shampoo bars are going to be used in water. And now I'm also going to be adding in my essential oils. I am using rosemary as well as mint. You can use whatever fragrance or essential oils that you prefer. Now once I have everything in my bowl, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start mixing this together with a spatula, and then I will move over to mixing it all in with my hands because this is going to get sticky. Now if you find it's too sticky and it's sticking to your gloves, then you may need to adjust your formula. I know here in the summertime it gets really humid, so I always have to add in a little bit more rice starch, or I reduce my SCI noodles, just depending on what I feel like doing that day really. But if you're really looking for basically this dough consistency right here where it's not super sticky but it holds together. And then for these I am just measuring out my 3-ounce bars, and it's marketed as a bath bomb mold, but it's actually used for, I believe, a rice treat. And I find that these are just great because I can just pop them in and mold them. If you don't have anything like this, that's perfectly fine. You can just basically mold them with your hands, or you can put them in a silicone mold and form them and then pop them out. It's completely up to you. And then once I am done forming all of my shampoo bars into their shapes, I'm going to let them sit for 24 to 48 hours to harden completely. Alright, so these guys have been sitting on the drying rack for about 2 days, and they are rock hard. So they're ready to be packaged up and they're ready for the farmer's market. So I will see you guys in the outro. Alright y'all, so that is what I have got for you guys today. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comment section down below. And be sure to check out the description box. I'll have a bunch of useful links to information like why we use preservatives, what's the difference between shampoo and soap bars, the recipe for this particular shampoo bar as well. And then there's just so much information over on the blog if you haven't checked it out. So be sure to check that out as well. And be sure to, of course, subscribe to our channel. We make videos every single week. And be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.